Hey, what's up YouTube? So this is going to be my 3-week review of Animal Packs, the updated formula. Okay, so while I was taking this for my first 14 days, I was taking the natural sterile complex. Okay, so these ran out. I went back to the natural grocery store and they were out. So I just started the In-1T. I've been taking this for about a week now. It's a little chilly out here, and on top of that, I've been smashing this ice cold Crack Bucks. Best pre-workout in the world. A little pricey. So the In-1-2, how do I feel? First off, I've just been feeling amazing with the animal packs. Like, recovery is great. My goal was to do 500 sword strikes a day. Honestly, 500 to 1,000, it is not. Life has kind of gotten in the way the last week. I have not been 100% consistent. However, I started to step up my game. I actually went to the gym and I picked up a 20-pound curl bar and just started swinging it around. People were looking at me like I was crazy. I actually work out at the Planet Fitness. Somebody set off the alunk alarm and I just ignored it and kept going because I'm not really swinging it around. It just looks like an exercise. So nobody came up and said anything, but the alarm did go off for a slight second. Anyway, I started taking this Flex, which is a pre-recovery workout. And this, if I take this in the day, it makes me a little bit tired. I think it's because of the magnesium and maybe the zinc. Although this has helped my recovery, oh my gosh. I have never taken a workout recovery in my life, and this thing makes me sleep like a baby, and my muscles aren't as sore. So it's helping me get the nutrients that I guess I wasn't getting from my extreme workouts. So the positive thing, even though I wasn't consistent last week, I probably worked out 4 days instead of 7, is I did that exercise and I decided, I took the weight out of the sword. For all that you know, I normally had this filled up to 30 pounds. This is an 18-pound hollow sword. But I stopped swinging the 30 pounds because I could only do like 2 or 3 exercises, and I'd gotten really strong with those couple exercises like this. I could do 50 no problem. And then the one-handed, that is solid steel. So I decided to take the weight out from 30 pounds and just go back to 18, and I started to do this new exercise. Actually, I had it filled up with about 3 pounds of shot, but I decided that I want to get high on my reps. I really want to do higher reps versus high weight, low reps, and then be burnt out after like 50, 60 strikes. So because I'm almost finished with my Damascus steel sword in the leather sheath that I've been creating, which will soon be available for BattleFit League, you'll be able to get your own. I wanted to test and challenge myself on a sword that weighed 8 pounds more and see if I could just do like a couple of exercises. Now, about 5 days ago, I did a 300 challenge. I wasn't able to record the entire thing. It was the most insane challenge that I've ever done in BattleFit League history. Like, I did 300 jumps, ground slashes, which I'm gonna actually do right here with this sword. My goal today is to get 100 of these. I did 300 with the 7-pound sword. So I might just do 50 because I honestly don't want to feel like the way I did last time. But my challenge today is to do 100 ground slashes with this 18-pound sword. That way, when I get the 10-pounder, all complete and finished, I can really start to be serious and do 500 to 1,000 strikes. I really need to do that, and I'm gonna be so excited. I just gotta make sure I keep the excitement because this is a beautiful sword. I won't be slamming this sword on the ground just because I don't wanna have to refinish it. But wait till y'all see it. This is gonna be one of the prototypes. And I'm actually working on another one. I tried to get it 10 pounds, but I ended up having to do the handle a little bit too short. I ran out of material. So honestly, if I would have had that handle long enough, it probably would have ended up being 12, 13 pounds. So it's taken a little bit of precision and thought to go into these swords, because you just don't find 10-pound swords on the market. So yeah, so but anyway, back to this review. Amazing. I actually have 5 days left. Just took my 6th to last. Started with 30. This was great. I was a lot more horny when I was taking this stuff. I don't know what this has. Tribulus terrestis. This has Tribulus terrestis as well. I'm not. This might be better, to be honest. And I think this was cheaper. So that's interesting. But this 45 divided by 2, this is 16 servings. So whatever 45 divided by 2, it's like 23. So I think this costs more because I get more in the bottle. They should just be doing 30-day supplies, to be honest. Yeah, this had some great stuff in it that I just loved. And this also has, I'll go over this more later, but the N12, the N1T, who knows? Maybe it did, because I wasn't really thinking of doing this. Maybe it made me more confident in realizing, hey, I can go stronger. I will say this, when I take this, I had more shortness of breath. When I take this, I don't feel the shortness of breath. I definitely had more energy with this one. Anyway, let's get into the workout. Challenge. We're gonna do 100 strikes with this sword. When I return, I'm gonna go take a fat shit. I'll be back. Hey, what it do? This is how barbarians take doo-doos in public restrooms. I just want to let y'all know I was serious. Unfortunately, out here in California, there's a lot of bums, even in nice neighborhoods with really nice toilets that fill up the toilet paper every single day. So I had to bring my trusty sword, because you never know what it's like out here in Killer Cali. You always gotta stay strapped. Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on a toilet. Sitting on a toilet. Oh yeah, you see that? That's straight up toilet power. Yeah, that Starbucks matcha. If you've been eating a lot of food, I just started eating more food. I'm probably at like 2,200 calories a month.
A day, baby? You're not Griffith from the dungeon here. A day.
Sometimes I just wasn't pooping. And so what I realized is if I got one of them matcha lattes, all of a sudden I just start taking mad doo-doos. There's something amazing about taking mad doo-doos with a giant sword. it makes you feel like you're bound for greatness. Oh, yeah. Anyway, after this fat doo-doo, I'm gonna go out there and we're gonna do this 100 jump / challenge. Last time I did this with a 7-pound sword, I about puked after 100, so I'm gonna take it easy and give myself some rest, and I did it with a 7-pounder. This one is an 18-pounder. Now we're not gonna be doing anywhere close to 500 to 1,000 strikes with an 18-pounder. It's just not possible for a lot of the exercises, at least for me, to hold this much weight and swing it like a real sword. That's why I have the 7-pounder, and I'm forging the 10-pounder. And I can see in a month, 2 months, I'll be able to swing that 10-pounder like I was swinging the 5-pounder. So make sure you're shitting, make sure it's coming out, make sure you're not stagnant. So that's how you build up toxicity in the body. Make sure you push that dooter right out of your shooter. And if you're not grossed out, just remember, like, subscribe. It's not every day that I take a shit, talk about it, but you really need to make sure that it's flowing. And if you're taking these supplements, sometimes it'll back you up. So you need to make sure that you're letting it all out. All right. Let's go.
When you're riding in your sleigh, you hear something spray, diarrhea. When you're climbing up a mountain and your butt becomes a fountain, diarrhea. When you're driving in your car and your house is just too far, diarrhea. When your stomach is in pain and you're making chocolate rain, diarrhea. You love diarrhea. When you think it's chicken soup, but it's really liquid poop, diarrhea. When you're climbing up a tree and it trickles down your knee, diarrhea. When you're driving in your Chevy and you're feeling something heavy, diarrhea. When you're coming out your bum like a bullet from a gun, diarrhea. You love diarrhea. When you're walking down the hall and it splatters on the wall, diarrhea. When you're in a jumbo jet and your puppy gets a sweat, diarrhea. When your friends are joking and your pants are brown soaking, diarrhea. When you're walking in the attic and your butt goes automatic, diarrhea. You love diarrhea. You really, really love diarrhea. When you're on a first date and you have the taco plate, diarrhea. Go to Philberto's and you feel the anal squirtos, diarrhea. When you're eating some Chinese and your ass begins to sneeze, diarrhea. When you're surfing on the net and your bucket's hot and wet, diarrhea. You love diarrhea. When you wanna drop a deuce and instead it's chocolate mousse, diarrhea. When you're hanging upside down and your face is turning brown, diarrhea. When it sounds like a horn and your butt poops out some corn, diarrhea. When some doctors like to treat it and some nurses like to eat it, diarrhea. You love diarrhea. When you're shopping in the store and it's dripping on the floor, diarrhea. When you're swimming in a pool and you leave a trail of stool, diarrhea. When you think it's safe to flush and you feel another rush, diarrhea. When some doctors like to eat it and some nurses like to treat it, diarrhea. You love diarrhea.
Like,
Subscribe.
share.
And hit that bell.
Oh, yes. There's more supplement and Berserk workout videos to come. Giant swords.
And if you're feeling backed up, apparently drink your matcha tea powder frappuccinos from Starbucks. Because it makes you go.
Yes, it does. And baby, during the end of that toilet scene, what did you hear?
Listen closely. You can hear his diarrhea.
I drank one too many matchas, didn't I, baby? I'm so glad that didn't happen while I was going berserk with the sword.
Ew.